Did you know that 1 in 1,000 babies born have club feet? Hi there, it's Neesha from My Favorite Physio. In today's video, I'm jumping in to talk about club feet. What is it and what's the treatment? So here at My Favorite Physio, our expert pediatric physiotherapist has experience in the management of club feet. However, at this point in time in Australia, majority of the time, club foot treatment is carried out in major children's hospital. Unfortunately though, in private practice, we do see some babies with mild club feet who were missed when they were newborns. And in fact, we have seen children as big as 13 years old who come in with a foot really turned in and deformed, and it was never detected when they were babies. And what we would do is to try and correct that through serial casting then. Now, what is club feet? Club feet is really basically a situation whereby baby was born and their foot bones were not well developed. So instead of having feet that were all nice and straight, you'll find that baby's foot turns down and turns in. So it becomes very C-shaped, and it can be quite severe for some babies, while for others it might be quite mild. At the same time, you'll find that ligaments, tendons are not well formed, so the muscle at the back of the calf is really small and not well formed compared to the other leg if it's typically developing foot. So what do you do? Basically, the gold standard for club foot treatment is the Ponseti technique. And I thought I would jump in here and share with you how that casting looks like for Ponseti technique. So when a baby is born and we detect club foot, the minute they're born, they will be placed into a cast like this one. So we've done it on our little baby doll just so that you can have a look. It's usually a cast that goes from their toes all the way up to their thigh. We keep their knees at 90 degrees and we are correcting their foot. It is a series of casting that happens for 6 weeks. Every week we change that cast. So baby's foot might be really turned in and pointing down. We would slowly straighten that up with each cast. We straighten the foot before we start to lift the leg up. So eventually you'll find that baby's foot is not just straight, it is also able to go up. So 6 weeks of casting before the orthopedic surgeon will do a little nick at the back of their heel. So they will do a little nick at the back of the Achilles tendon, release that, and then we would be casting for a further 6 weeks, bringing that foot up as high as you can to give them that stretch in that calf muscle so that your child has the range to walk properly when they're bigger. After another 6 weeks of casting, then the little ones have to go to boots and bars, and that is done for a further few years until your child is 4 years old. So it is a long process, but it is highly effective. So if you're out there and you've noticed your baby's foot is turned in, and perhaps nobody's noticed it when you were in the hospital when you had your baby, it is important to get your baby's foot checked out, because we do unfortunately see some babies come in much later with their foot still turned in, and it turns out to be a structural club foot. If you would like to speak to one of our expert pediatric physiotherapists here at My Favorite Physio, the number to ring is 02-9790-4233. And if you know somebody out there who's been mentioning about their child's foot posture, really worried about their baby's feet, why don't you like and share this video with them? Until next time, have a brilliant day. Bye.